kind of realized that most of my vlogs are me trying to figure out my problems, but maybe that'll help other people figure out their problems, or maybe it's just therapeutic for me. But yeah, I do think it is helping me. I think it's helping me in a lot of other ways too, in that I'm trying to speak more clearly, I'm trying to get to my point better, trying to not ramble, and yeah, I think those are all really beneficial, especially because of my upbringing. Um, I was just I sort of copied the way that my dad would speak, and I love him. It's not his fault, it's just who he is. But it would make me sort of stop for too long like that, or take a really long time to get to a point, or like my mom would go over specific details that are really unnecessary. Um, yeah, so I think this is helping a lot, and I'm trying to speak and enunciate my words better. Hopefully that makes it more enjoyable for people that watch. I think maybe 0 people watch, or 1 person might watch. um, but anyway, I'm trying to figure out what to do to make money, what I would really like to do. What I would really like is something that I could do at any time, at any place. Even if it didn't make that much money, that'd be pretty great, wouldn't it? Especially if it's something I enjoy. Yeah, something I enjoy would be fantastic. So this, something that I enjoy at certain times, so I think I can do this sometimes. Um, doesn't really make any money right now, but hopefully in the future, and hopefully I help other people with this, so that's double. So yeah, this is something I'm willing to do long term, um, because it has multiple benefits. Um, I think maybe even if it never made any money, I would consider keep it. I would consider doing it still. Um, I remember when I was, geez, I don't know, we'll just say 2006, when I would watch YouTube. Might have been 7 or 8, but anyway, when YouTube was pretty much starting, and I would think about maybe making videos, I would mostly watch, people who would just talk to the camera about pretty much nothing. There was no subject. They would say their opinion on something. Um, there are a lot of people that people now mostly wouldn't recognize. There was this one old guy named Redneck. I forgot what his name was. A weird username. But then there was that girl that was found out that her whole thing was a fake profile, which I thought was interesting. I can talk about that later. Lonely girl. Um, this guy called the Wine Cone. He did comedy videos. He still does. He's super funny, but he used to be like one of the #1 YouTubers. And he won award for best video of the year. Which, if you watch it, it seems crazy. It's called Hotness Prevails / worst video ever, and he got the video of the year award for that. But anyway, I would think about doing it because of those people, and I think a big part because of now most people probably just know him as Philip DeFranco, but he went by the screen name SXE Phil, Sexy Phil. Do they help when I look at the camera or not? I don't know. But Anyway, so I would think about making videos like they do, pretty much just talking. It was sort of like the pre-vlog, pre-anything. People would just talk about weird nonsense. Um, Sort of the wild, wild west of YouTube, which was really cool. I'm glad I was sort of a part of that. I wish I would have, um, I don't know how to say, contributed. I wish I would have been a part of it, but I'm not going to worry about that now. I'm learning to move past, which is really, really beneficial. I definitely recommend to people try to move past the past. It's a good thing to remember. That's a good thing to say. Move past the past. Anyway, I guess this is just sort of a stream of consciousness, but I'm trying to keep it focused on at least a few topics. So yeah, I would think about doing what they did, but I just decided not to. Um, I think, well, back then nobody was really making any money. There was like a few people making some money. I think Philip DeFranco was one of the first to start making money, but I know he like barely made any money, or he didn't make any money for a long, long time, and then he made like very little amount of money, and then I think he started making a ton of money, but wouldn't talk about it, and a lot of those people wouldn't really talk about it much. And I mean, money is definitely a motivating factor for me. If I knew that, I mean, if I knew what I know now, I would say I definitely would have done more on YouTube. Um, in terms of how big things would get and how much money people would make. And it's just nice to have an audience and people to talk to and bounce ideas off of and things like that. Anyway, I don't think it's too late to start though. My channel didn't really start, it's been around for a long time. I'm sort of starting to try to every day or every other day use it and talk to people. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Some people just don't really want to talk, but I think it's nice to have someone to listen. A lot of time it helps me to just write things down. That helps me a ton sometimes. Sometimes I'll write a letter to someone, or a long message, and because I want to feel a little better and talk with them about it. But then after I write it out, I realize that I feel better already. Um, Sometimes it's still good to talk to people, but sometimes it's better to just leave it. Especially if you're get a little change in your mind and start thinking about different things differently. Yeah. Hope this helps people. I feel like I'm super, super blessed, and a lot is going really well for me. I just feel really joyful and happy, and long term that hasn't been the case a lot in my life. So, hallelujah. Well, I think I'm about to wrap it up. Suppose I can touch quickly upon what was I going to talk about? Forgot. But I think I'll end it with saying I'd like to make enough money so that I don't have to do anything. I can just live off of dividends from stocks or from such high growth in the stocks that if I need any money, that I can sell some and still keep making money, a good amount of money. I have a goal of, shoot, I forgot what my goal was. I think it was like $200 a day. That's a high goal, but I think I could do well with 50. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. God bless. Love you very much. Have a great day.